Carolina First Alert Weather Day update.
Morning, everyone. I'm meteorologist Katherine Noel. It's now 6:13 on this Friday. Happy Friday. We're talking first alert weather for today and the weekend, though. Potentially dangerous heat on the way. It's already been hot. About to get even hotter, though, and more humid, too, which is what really matters. So today through Sunday, first alert weather days because we have feels like temps anywhere from the mid-90s for the mountains. And then we have triple-digit heat today, tomorrow, Sunday, we could see upwards of 110 degrees for your heat indices. For some, not for all of us, and we'll talk about who. Starting off warm this morning, though. Already, right? Waking up to the 70s for many of us. 78 degrees around 8 o'clock for the upstate. Loads of sunshine, too, helping us warm yet again back to the low to mid-90s by the afternoon, similar to yesterday, maybe even a couple degrees warmer. Mountains, low 70s around 8 o'clock this morning, and then we'll pull in some clouds before we get the storm chances to fire off by the afternoon. During that time, hanging out in the upper 80s. Upper 80s for the mountains for days to come, to the low to mid 90s as well for the upstate. Today, tomorrow, Sunday, all first alert weather days. On top of the heat, we also have some storm chances. A few storms possible later on today. Scattered storms, higher chances on Saturday, and then maybe an isolated storm on Sunday. We have a chance of it, but I think Sunday looking to be the driest out of the three. Humidity is on the up and up. Here we go, right? Starting today, we're within that humid category, but on the point of oppressive in the coming days. Saturday and Sunday, dew points in the 70s. You will certainly be able to notice that difference when you step outside. Over the weekend, the air will be thick, that's for sure. Then we're back to some just humid conditions, into the muggy conditions as well over the weekend, end of the weekend into early next week before we start to see that rise in humidity by Wednesday. It's going to feel like the mid-90s around noon and shortly before. Anywhere across the upstate into northeastern Georgia. This is for today. A nice little range of your future heat indices going into the afternoon. Most of us within the low 100s, around 100 to just under 105, which is heat advisory criteria. Mid-90s for the mountains. Saturday is still going to be hot, maybe not as hot, but still hot. Triple digits, feeling like it for Clemson to Toccoa, Elberton. Upper 90s for most of the upstate, low to mid-90s for the mountains. But Sunday is where we see likely the worst of it. Future heat indices anywhere from 100 to 110, just under it for Newberry to Greenwood, seeing some of the hottest towards Gaffney, Abbeville, Elberton. Likely seeing some heat advisories at this point. Spotty, but it'll be there for some counties, I think. National Weather Service likely issuing that as we go into the weekend. That's going to be for Sunday. On top of all of this, we have some storms bubbling up. Chances for it this afternoon around 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the mountains, even into northern half of the upstate around dinner time. Staying mainly dry, though, overall for the upstate and mostly sunny skies. A bit more cloud cover into Saturday. We could see some storms fire off with our cold front that's going to be pulling through around the afternoon to evening for parts of the mountains into the upstate as well. More storms coming for us around dinner time from Asheville to Hendersonville, Greenville, Spartanburg around 8, 9, 10 o'clock, but dry by midnight for most of us. Could see some severe weather spark. Damaging winds is going to be that highest threat on Saturday afternoon and evening for the mountains. Areas in the green here from Asheville to Hendersonville off towards Franklin. Looking much drier on Sunday. Mostly sunny skies. Still have a chance of a storm popping around 3, 4, 5 o'clock, mainly for the upstate, but chances looking little to none, at least compared to Friday and Saturday, looking much drier on Sunday. Monday to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, much drier there. Post-week cold front pulling through over the weekend. Knocking down our temperatures just a little bit. Not a huge change. Going from the mid-90s to the low 90s into next week. We do have an 88 on next Thursday for the upstate. Thursday for the mountains, leading into that, going from highs in the upper 80s to low 90s and then mid 80s into next week and looking much drier too. Let's get a look.